Hey everyone, and welcome back to Scandalous Media. It's Angela here, and there's a lot to discuss about our favorite ex-royals and how they're clawing to stay relevant and generate streams of income. Releasing jam, PR packages, new Netflix shows, polo matches, podcasts getting pushed back, more tea about Meghan's bullying allegations. It's another month of, can Harry and Meghan do anything right? So get ready for this tea spill, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more, turn on those post notifications so you don't miss the live chat premiere we do for every video, and follow us on social media. Before we get into the video, I'm excited to announce that I'm partnering up with Aura yet again. Thank you to Aura for sponsoring this video. Aura shows me which data brokers are selling my information and automatically submits opt-out requests for me to battle spam. I've been using Aura for the past few months, and I highly recommend everyone to check them out because this issue concerns all of us. After all, data brokers sell your information to scammers, spammers, and anyone else who may want to target you. What does this mean? Well, your full name, email, social security number, home address, health records, your relatives, it's all out there. My personal email, which I have blurred out here, was part of a data leak a few years ago where anything I signed up with got hacked. And there is a whole website that has an entire document with everyone's email and main password associated with it. Using my 2-week free trial will allow Aura to delete you from these kinds of websites, and it will show you exactly which data brokers sell your information and automatically submit opt-out requests for you. And guess what? These data brokers are legally required to abide by your opting out. Aura already removed me from a bunch of sites, as you can see, including this one called Address Search. You can do the same by clicking the link in the description box or going to aura.com/scandalousmedia to get a 2-week free trial where Aura can clean up your digital footprint online. Aura also has a bunch of other features like antivirus, VPN, password management, identity theft insurance, and more without having to download several different apps. It's really easy to set up, and best of all, I get everything at one affordable price, as you can see here. You guys know we value privacy here on Scandalous Media, so you can go to aura.com/scandalousmedia to start your 2-week free trial, also linked below in the description. And now, let's talk about privacy lovers turned jam sellers and award presenters. Meghan's jam. Right, because that's what people needed. Nothing makes me laugh more than Meghan Markle's first release of her new lifestyle brand, American Riviera Orchard, being jam. I made a YouTube short about this already, so make sure you're subscribed for shorts nearly every day, but basically, people in Meghan's circle started posting the PR packages on Instagram. The website itself features nothing about how much the jam is or where to buy it, and the label itself doesn't give more insight into the product. Instead, Meghan thought that it would be more important to show the crucial detail of the name American Riviera Orchard on the bottle alongside what number out of 50 this batch is, as opposed to, I don't know, maybe what type of jam it is, any nutritional facts we may need. So if it wasn't for Argentinian socialite Delfinia Blacker, wife of Prince Harry's polo playing friend Nacho Figueres, posting that strawberry jam makes me happy, we wouldn't know exactly what type of jam it is. Not to mention, including what number out of 50 is a marketing tactic to make it seem like not only is this a limited edition product, but that Meghan, who has notoriously fallen out with anyone important in Hollywood, has the means to send it to 50 loyal friends or colleagues with a following that would be interested in this random jam. Following the jam being posted on social media, little by little we had random people clock in their social media post, and they all seemed to follow the same protocol: pose with a basket of lemons and tell us how much you love this jam. Kris Jenner posted about it on her story, but notably left out some additional praise that she usually gives when gifted with a PR package. On the other hand, Chrissy Teigen went above and beyond with the posting, making a whole Instagram reel as she raved about it and made her husband, John Legend, try it as well. What I find hilarious is how inorganic the posting is. Everyone is almost exactly the same, praising the jam and having the lemon setup, which was probably how the package was sent. But what do you expect when you are being sent a product by this lady who's only talked about for her Duchess title, which she got from marrying a prince who broke all sorts of bridges for her, and now they couldn't milk some money from the royal family, so she's out here trying to sell jam. Yes, jam. As if she's known for cooking things from scratch, as if she's known for gardening, as if she's known for something that would make sense for her to come out with her own jam line. The drop is already being criticized because it seems like a quick cash grab, as it's just advertised as jam from Montecito. So on what basis should consumers buy it? Or is it made just for an exclusive crowd? What does Meghan Markle know about jam? This brought up the fact that King Charles began selling products such as jam from the Duchy of Cornwall estate in the 1990s, but unlike Meghan, 100% of the proceeds go straight to charity. And not to mention, the jam is affordably priced, and again, the product itself has no information, and Meghan has no history of being some Nara Smith type farmer. So on what basis are consumers supposed to buy this? Is Meghan trying to sell this idea of American royalty? The labeling also shows that the jam was made in Meghan's hometown of Montecito and that the jars are being sold as part of a limited edition that could make the product pretty pricey. But local farmers are already calling her out. Carrie Claspy, an organic farmer who runs the Malibu Fig Ranch and supplies the top chefs, said that Meghan needs to be diligent about using the name American Riviera, a nickname for the posh Santa Barbara region, which includes Montecito. She said, "If you're calling it American Riviera, you really ought to be sourcing ingredients grown in Santa Barbara. Otherwise, you're going into the wholesale dump in downtown LA, where all the produce comes up from Mexico or Chile. The kitchen should be there, unless they are just putting their name on it and getting it made wherever or getting it pre-made. And then it's hype." Maureen Claffey, who owns Red Hand Canary in Carpinteria, California, said, "California is strict about us putting on our sign that we grow what we sell. In order to sell strawberry jam at the farmer's market, you have to have grown the strawberries." After criticism, a random source from California, I wonder who, hit back saying that the fruit used in her jam is homegrown at the $14 million Montecito mansion. Meanwhile, the fruit used in King Charles's High Grove organic strawberry preserve is brought in from elsewhere.
Whatever you say.
This is hilarious because it shows us that Meghan still has this vendetta against the royal family and the mentality of, well, I can do it better, which is brave for someone stealing ideas to get herself rich. Meghan's PR agenda runs deep as InStyle just published an article on April 26th saying the Buckingham Palace is now selling jam like Meghan Markle, giving the notion to people that they're copying Meghan's idea when they clearly have done it first and for so long as well. They referenced a video that the palace posted on Instagram on April 24th, with many comments accusing them of trying to destroy Meghan. This is why it's important to use our brains, guys. Here's a post from March 2023 of the palace posting about their jam, and again in February 2023. Keep in mind that it's an entire account for the Buckingham Palace shop. How are people this confused? On the other hand, the labels in Meghan's PR packages are already peeling off the sides, which makes it seem like a cheaply made product that was made quickly to send out. Honestly, it seems like a quick cash grab made to make the consumer feel like they're living in Montecito when in reality, it's just a former working royal trying to make ends meet. What do you guys think? Netflix shows gardening and playing polo. After a bunch of cancelled projects, a controversial soap opera with multiple debunked lies, and a documentary that no one watched, Meghan and Harry are trying their hand once again at ideas. Harry is coming out with a show about him playing polo and Meghan about her lifestyle of gardening and cooking. And those shows were announced on April 11th. So let me get this straight. They signed the deal at the end of 2020, they released Harry and Meghan, 6 episodes of them talking about themselves and talking their family, something they marketed as a Volume 1 and Volume 2 to make it seem like there was more content than there actually was, which was funny since it was only 6 episodes, and then the Heart of Invictus documentary, which no one watched, and Meghan was cut from being in it. That's how unlikable she is. And now they're finally filming for something else? God, they are the scam of the century. Royal commentator Kinsey Schofield told the Daily Express, "Polo seems like a last-ditch effort to squeeze something out of Prince Harry specifically." And that's perfectly said. They are trying to squeeze out content since clearly the BS of inspirational adequacy didn't work since that's not who they are. It's not like there's any story there to tell about their charity. Teen Disney pop stars have chugged out more charity work than Meghan and Harry. On the other hand, Meghan's series will celebrate the joys of cooking, gardening, entertaining, and friendship. So it's a reality TV show. Ah, this is too good. This is what I mean when I say they were given the chance to prove to everyone that people were wrong about them, and they're not just privileged royals looking for a cash grab. And yet they proved exactly that. Meghan was too good for the royal family as she claimed, so now she's gonna entertain us with, oh right, her cooking and gardening. That's why she left the royal family instead of actually helping bring attention to causes and modernizing the royal family. We now have a Montecito version of the Kardashians, except one is actually successful. I wonder if Meghan got the inspiration to be a reality star when she was squeezing her way next to Kris Jenner at the Beyoncé concert, or if Harry came up with it during his ski trip with Kris's boyfriend Corey Gamble. Mind you, they're saying that this random series that Meghan is doing is the reason why her podcast with Lemonada is being pushed back to 2025, because they also don't want the show to overshadow the podcast. I'm sorry, but she's a professional scammer.
Let's just laugh at him now.
Not only was Archetypes on Spotify heavily produced with a huge team, and yet she could only crank out 12 episodes, but now she's scamming Lemonada into pushing the podcast back a whole 8 months because we're gonna see Meghan planting strawberry bushes, which she'll pass off as her own. I doubt scheduling conflicts or being overshadowed by products that can't manage to get completed is the issue. If that was, then she and Harry would have produced a lot more than their reality TV show Archetypes, Live to Lead, and the Heart of Invictus documentaries that no one watched. Remember how they pretended to film their Netflix show at their house, but really they were exposed for filming in this random $33 million mansion? Not to mention that Meghan fell out with the original director for the show who told her they should probably film in their real house. Yeah, guess what? Meghan is still not going to film in their house, if they even live there at this point. A source said that Netflix has rented a different house in Montecito for filming. Something about this is so suspicious. As for Harry, his series is described as one that will explore the world of the sport, which is known primarily for its aesthetic and social scene. It will pull the curtain back on the grit and passion of the sport, capturing players and all it takes to compete at the highest level. Yes, because that's what people needed. Prince Harry teaching us about polo. What makes it even worse is that Harry is constantly seen falling off his pony or horse mid-sport, unlike his brother Prince William. Also, unlike William, Harry was riding their favorite pony Drizzle in May 2010 and had to stop mid-match as the pony collapsed and died. Both Harry and William were super upset, but rumors ran rampant saying that Harry was warned not to ride the pony before the match. But that is only just a rumor. However, it brought up how aggressive he is when playing the sport, with a separate incident showing the pony's stab wound from Harry's spur. At the time, animal welfare groups accused Harry of being heartless, and the Hurlingham Polo Association, the sport's governing body, launched an investigation. But let's give him benefit of the doubt since he's a lot older now and those scandals were a long time ago. Let's give him a chance to prove if he can produce a series worthwhile. The Polo Match. It's not about Meghan, but she'll make it about her. Following the news of Harry and Meghan's new Netflix shows, they were spotted at a polo match the following day on April 12th. Of course, we saw all their Netflix cameras filming, so we already knew they were going to be more extra than usual. They stayed in a luxurious $8,000 a night resort, but since they're besties with Nachos and Delfina, why not stay with them since they love staying in other people's homes? Were they not invited? There's a lot to discuss here, so let's get into it. They attended the polo match, and to be honest, they look good. They're clearly going for a vibe that says, we're rich and extra, so they achieved that. Meghan is overdressed as usual, and somehow she always makes her outfits look frumpy and wrinkly. Like, I really don't get it. Also, stilettos at a polo match sure is a choice. Anyone who has worn skinny heels in grass knows that you end up poking through the grass with your heels and ultimately ruining your shoes and being uncomfortable, but I guess that's one cost to pay when you want to frolic around and get your photo taken. We know how much Meghan loves getting her photo taken. I mean, she practically had to be peeled off the carpet at the variety event. Delfina is dressed for the event with low shoes, while Meghan thinks she's attending a gala wherever she goes. It's hilarious. Meghan hung out with Serena Williams and was seen hugging up all on Nacho Figueres' daughter and walking hand in hand with her, once again asking the question, where are her alleged kids? Even Nacho says that his daughter is questioning why Lily is not at the event with them.
He wants to know why Lily's not here.
And yet Meghan does this exaggerated hug for the cameras, topped with a forehead kiss, to make up for the fact that ever since her children were exploited for Netflix by none other than their parents, no one has seen them since. Even worse, Meghan and Harry made a big fuss of the paparazzi they called when they took pictures of their kids, yet it's all okay for the photographers to take pictures of them with Nacho and Delfina's kids? Considering only the media outlets that Meghan and Harry approved of were allowed into the event. Here we have Meghan presenting Harry with the trophy following the team's victory, and as usual, Meghan does the most. She inserts herself straight in the middle to pose with the team as opposed to, I don't know, maybe letting the team pose first with their win and then joining them afterward? But nope, there she is, smack in the middle, going for a rather awkward and tight-lipped kiss with Harry, which many people called out to be forced, but I don't really care for that, more than the fact that Meghan poses with awards and acts like it's hers. Look at her big smile and giggles. God, she loves the camera. Apparently it's a thing where the wife of the captain gives out the award. I don't see anywhere that Harry's the captain, especially when Nachos is the one who plays pro, but even if that's the case, why is Meghan posing smack in the middle of the photo? Where are the other wives? Did Harry and Meghan sponsor the event, so that's why she's in the middle as if she played? Not to mention that she only shows up to support Harry where there's some shine and attention to steal. After all, they are filming for his upcoming show, so of course Meghan has to clock herself in his show as well, when it's really going to be a wonder if he's going to be featured in her show. And also, who could forget her handing the award to Harry to hand it to Kevin Costner at the fundraiser event? Tell me you don't have a job to do, but you will find one without telling me that you don't have a job to do. This also reminds me of that one polo match that was so embarrassing, where once again she gave out the prize and was scrambling trying to find a place to pose with the other players, to the point where she got stuck in the middle. Look at her standing there awkwardly as she tried to find a place for her to hold the trophy. At one point, she's even trying to pose with the trophy alone. It's truly a comedy show. That's what they should aim for with Netflix: comedy. When Catherine gave out the award to William during a polo match, there was this sense of grace and elegance where, yes, they embraced, but it was away from the team, and when she did pose with the team, it wasn't in this attention-grabbing way where she's next to William and making sure no one else is near him, unlike this next unfortunate video. Meghan, always snobby and rude. The worst part of the day had to be when Meghan refused to let this woman pose with Harry. She's literally stuck to Harry like glue. It's embarrassing and unprofessional. You can hear her say, "Oh, do you want to come on this side?" And you can tell that she's trying to smile and pretend to be nice, but it's truly condescending and unprofessional. The awkward exchange lasted for several moments as Harry kept his arm squarely around Meghan, leaving others to shuffle around them to find a place. After Meghan insisted on keeping her place, the woman was forced to duck under the trophy to find her spot on stage before saying something to Meghan. Now this woman turned out to be the respected Dr. Sophie Chanduka, who became chair of the Sentabali in July 2023 and had previously served on the Sentabali board from 2009 to 2015. And if you don't know, Sentabali is a registered charity founded in 2006 by Harry and Prince Siso of Lesotho for children and adolescents struggling to come to terms with their HIV and AIDS diagnosis. Not to mention that Meghan and Harry attended a dinner in Florida for Sentabali where Meghan wore this backless dress, and Nachos posted the photos on Instagram where everyone seemed to be dressed in flowy, summer-looking clothes, so leave it to Meghan to always go over the top and try to steal the spotlight. But you'd think that Meghan would have some respect saved for Dr. Sophie, especially when she's going to yet another event for the organization where Dr. Sophie serves on the board. And if this is how she's treating someone who is on the board of the charity of Harry's, what does this say about the staff that worked for her and accused her of bullying? I mean, her actions in public prove all we need to know. She comes off as an insecure bully. Meghan can give a kiss to Nacho, but God forbid Dr. Sophie stand next to Harry. She can be all close and touchy with him, but God forbid she acts professionally around Dr. Sophie. Also, it's something to note that Meghan doesn't often get along with well-accomplished black women. Maybe something to do with her...
Most people didn't treat me like a black woman.
Speaking of her rude behavior, let's talk about the bullying allegations against Meghan because there has been a new update. The bullying allegations continue, aging with more proof to the story. I'm sure we all know the bullying allegations against Meghan exposed in 2021 where her staff reported her for bullying them. Meghan and Harry tried to say it was a smear campaign as if it wasn't just the truth. The staff turnover rate was something to note, and Harry confirmed the allegations, writing in spare that the staff was constantly weeping at their desks. The fact that he saw nothing wrong with that statement tells me all I need to know. But there has been a development in the story. Samantha Cohen, a loyal and long-standing former palace aide who was special to the Queen and brought out of retirement for Meghan, confirmed in an interview with the Australian Herald Sun that she was one of the 10 staff members who were questioned about allegations that Meghan bullied members of her staff. Samantha recalled being asked by the late Queen Elizabeth to help Meghan acclimatize into the royal family in 2017. Samantha was very beloved to the Queen, which only proved that the Queen and the royal family welcomed Meghan with the best of the best, and Meghan still had an issue with everything. Samantha said, "I was only supposed to stay for 6 months, but stayed for 18. We couldn't find a replacement for me, and when we did, we took them on tour to Africa with Harry and Meghan to show them the ropes, but they left as well while in Africa." If you recall, Jason Knopf had to report Meghan to HR in a complaint saying, "I'm very concerned that the Duchess was able to bully 2 personal assistants out of the household in the past year. The treatment of X was totally unacceptable. The Duchess seems intent on always having someone in her sights. She is bullying Y and is seeking to undermine her confidence. We have had report after report from people who have witnessed unacceptable behavior towards Y."
Oh my god.
Oh, Meghan, you will never live this story down because it's the truth. Prince Harry's new occupation, award presenter. Someone sign him up for school PTA meetings and graduations, since all he seems to be doing nowadays away from playing polo is presenting awards. Harry made a congratulatory video to present Sergeant First Class Elizabeth Marks the Military Times' prestigious Soldier of the Year, where he stood in his backyard in his Montecito house, but many believe that he was standing in front of a green screen. What do you guys think? The suspicion about their house grows with rumors of him and Meghan not living together, since news of Harry's permanent hotel room and Meghan not filming her lifestyle Netflix show in their house only added fuel to the fire. I have to admit, it's suspicious how much they avoid filming there. How are you gonna film a lifestyle show but not show us your house, aka your lifestyle? Anyway, Harry wore his military medals, which pissed everyone off considering how much he shit his family and his country, not to mention that he now officially lists America as his official place of residence. I can totally see Meghan telling him in the future, "Well, I never asked you to do any of this," when she milks him dry eventually. Many people even said that an American veteran should have presented the award to Elizabeth Marks, with others noting that Elizabeth has ties to the Invictus Games. Previous media reports suggested that Harry was given the medal after attending his father's coronation last year have yet to be confirmed, as is any potential reason why he may have chosen not to wear it if he does have one in his possession. What do you guys think? Well guys, that's all for this long video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to check out Aura using my 2-week free trial link to get your personal information protected now. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, like and subscribe for more videos each week, and as always, I'll see you next time.